Hey, Shalom family, welcome to the backyard again. So today it's been a while. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I kind of just gave up on, well, I ain't give up, but after I got my harvest off my garden, everything kind of just growed up with the weeds, and then I planted some watermelon and some sweet potatoes, and they kind of just took over everything. The watermelon I wasn't expecting to do that much, but the sweet potatoes I wasn't expecting that. It's my first time putting them in the ground. But I remember back on the older videos, my goat actually had a little baby unexpectedly. Typically they have babies around the springtime, early spring, late winter. They do better, but she decided to have her baby in the middle of the summer. So that's different. But anyway, that's the little person right there. New addition to the team. I'm actually gonna start downsizing my goats, and I'll probably get a couple of lamb and just leave it at that. My little cat, I lost one of my cats. I don't know if somebody took my cat or he got hit by a car or something, but I don't know. But nonetheless, we get back into the garden section, and as you can see, everything just growed up. That is not vegetation from a food perspective. It's a lot of weeds, a lot of overgrown stuff. But this right here is my sweet potatoes I put in the ground. On my first time trying them in the ground. They did real good. I'm gonna post a picture if I can to show you how much this overgrow. Also, that's my watermelon patch right there. That overgrew like crazy too. I had a bunch of possibilities. It did good, but I didn't have enough pollinators. So going forward, gotta make sure you get you some flowers in your garden bed. That's mandatory, because without those, they don't attract any bees, no pollinators, or anything else, other things that pollinate: wasps, carpenter bees, honey bees, sugar bees, whatever you want to call them. Without those, you get nothing. So I planted 8 watermelon plants in this bed right here. The vines, everything grew like crazy, but I didn't get any watermelon because there was nobody to pollinate them. So that's kind of how all this taking over right here. And all this is coming from my sweet potato vines. I had no idea that they would take off like this. So let's go inside. I'm trying to clean everything up now. This was my onion set. As you can see, everything kind of grew up like crazy. I let the onion bed go. And as you walk through the forest now, back to my tomatoes is dead, peppers is still so-so, cucumbers is dead, and again, more sweet potato vines. Which ain't a bad thing. You can eat sweet potato vines, the leaves as well, like spinach and salads and things. And this is my corn. Let me back up so you can see the height on it. This is my second round of corn. So here in Alabama, we can actually get 2 growing seasons of corn. I got a nice harvest the first batch, and then this is my second batch. As you can see, more weeds. Watermelon growing, I don't know what it's gonna do. The rest of them didn't do too well. I actually only cut open 2 of them, and both of them was garbage. So we'll try better next year. I'm gonna try a different variety. My wife wanted the big watermelons. They call rattlesnake watermelons. I ain't heard a lot of people talk about them, but I know they get like 2 feet long, 10 inches wide, things like that. But nonetheless, they ain't do too well. From the pollination, mega pollination, that's what it is. But anyway, so these sweet potatoes, one way you could tell that the sweet potatoes are finished growing is when they start to rot. The leaves start to decay like this. That's an indication that they pretty much done growing, and what you got is what you get. So I poured a couple of them already, and we're gonna show y'all what we actually got in here. If I can get in here and pull some of this up, you can see we got some right there. I don't even know if you can see it good on there. We'll hold tight 1 second and come up out the ground. And get a little clarity. Keep pulling, and shazam. Look at that. Big old sweet potatoes. Beauregard sweet potatoes. fresh out the garden, still in the ground, still connected to the vine. Can't get no better than that. That's another one that pulled up. Now that was all just from one plant, and it possibly is more in there, but I already got some pulled out. I got probably about 4 or 5 more plants. I'm gonna pull some more sweet potatoes out. So going forward, the plan is we're gonna get into the fall season. Try to grow some stuff in the fall. I gotta do some research exactly what I want to grow. But we're gonna clean all this out today. Got a long road ahead, but when I get done, it'll be nice and pretty again. Clean all this up, these sweet potatoes, because that's what I really was waiting on to finish, the sweet potatoes and the watermelon, because they take a lot longer to grow. The watermelon take about 90 days. Sweet potatoes take about anywhere between 90 to 150 days, depending on the variety you're growing. Which mine been in the ground for about 130 days, and that's what you got. So my corn should be ready in maybe about another month and a half, early October. And yeah, we're gonna go with that and see. I may be able to squeeze in some more zucchini and squash and see if these vine borers take over and kill them again, or if they grow. I grew them in the spring, they killed them after a while. Again, lack of pollinators, I could have had a better harvest. But I got a harvest nonetheless, so we're gonna see what happens. Let me show y'all these right quick. These is the ones that pulled up so far. All my sweet potatoes. And if y'all remember, I had a kumquat, so I got another kumquat because my first one died. I don't know why, but this is another one, and this time I kind of left it alone. I'm gonna leave it in this little pot that it's shipped in, and it's starting to try to produce already. I ain't gonna let it produce because it's so young, but we doing good. So everything else doing good. We're gonna start preparing for the fall season. We gotta start getting the greenhouse ready for the winter. Try to stay a season ahead. But nonetheless, everything's doing good. Oranges are still doing good. This is Hamlin oranges. They're real sweet, they taste real good. They'll be ready probably around February or so. So, with that being said, that was just a quick update as to what everything going on in the backyard and the mess that I made or let happen. But we're gonna clean it up. It's just a little work. Nothing to it but to do it. And with that being said, I'm about to let y'all go. I'm gonna close this gate just in case the goats get out. They're gonna go in and eat everything else, which that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Help me out. Peace.